Shalom Israel, Shalom, Shalom. This is Brother Wariala, and this is my channel, Rise Up Israel. First and foremost, I would like to give all honor and glory to the Most High God Yahweh, by Hashem, HaMashiach, Malak Yahushai. As you can see by the title, this is a quick video on humility and the importance of humility, right? Because lacking humility can cause you a lot of damage, in your life. It can expose certain secret sins you've been having. It could cause you to be judged for things that you wouldn't be judged by had you not had thought so highly of yourself, right? But this is a quick video going into humility, right? So let's start off with Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 16, and it says this: these 6 things doth the Lord hate, yea, 7 are an abomination unto him: a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. So a proud look is among the 6 things that the Most High God hates more than anything, right? God hates pride. He hates when you think you're something that you're not. When you think you're something special and you're not something special, when you're just dust and dirt, you're nothing. There's nothing you can do to do anything. You see what I'm saying? The Most High God is completely in power, right? Real quick, let's go to Romans chapter. I really don't want to make this too long of a video, because I can keep talking for a long time, man. But I'm not gonna do that, right? Watch this. This is Romans 9:16. It says, so it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of God that sheweth mercy, right? So it's not according to anything man does. We're not anything we're not anything that we should have any type of high look at ourselves. You see what I'm saying? We are nothing but dust and ashes, right? Let's jump down. Or actually, yeah, I'll keep reading. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up. So God will let you get raised up to a high esteem, that I might shew my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. So the Most High God raised up Pharaoh, made him be prideful, made him be, a mighty king or whatever, just so he could humble him, right? The Lord does all these things, right? So if you're doing well in life and you got something going on for yourself, don't think too highly of yourself, because the Most High God will take it from you, right? Matter of fact, if you are someone that is exalted, and matter of fact, I'll just grab this real quick. I'm gonna go to verse 20. Actually, I'll go to verse 20, right? Romans 9:20, it says, nay, but O man, who art thou that replies against God? Meaning, who are you to say anything about what God did, or about any decision that God makes, right? It's a very prideful thing to have. Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Meaning, can any man say anything about the works of the Most High God? Can you have any complaint? Can you think any highly of yourself? Is there anything you could say to the Most High? No, you can't say nothing to the Lord, right? Verse 21, hath not the potter power over the clay, of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor, right? So can't the Most High God, with the same lump of dirt that we are, he can make one lump of righteousness and another of wickedness, and it's nothing. So we should always keep ourselves not think so highly of ourselves, and keep our spirit in check, right? Because the Most High God will humble you. Real quick in Sirach chapter 1 and verse 26, right? No, not 6, 29, 30, right? Sirach 1 and 30, it says, exalt not thyself, lest thou fall and bring dishonor upon thy soul, and so God discover thy secrets and cast thee down in the midst of the congregation. Meaning, if you exalt yourself, God will discover your secrets, like I said, your secret sins, and will cast you down in front of everybody, in front of the whole nation, right? Hasn't that happened before? Haven't we seen that happen, right? Where a man that was full of pride, he gets exposed for his wicked, disgusting secrets, right? Because thou camest not in truth to the fear of the Lord, but thy heart is full of deceit, right? And that's what it is. That's, at the end of the day, that's what it is. When you're prideful and you have these secret sins and you still can be prideful, your heart is full of deceit. And the Most High God is going to expose you, right? So that's why when you get of any notoriety, become special at all, or how special of man in regards to man. But whenever you become to a certain level, or if you don't, you shouldn't be thinking of yourself too high, right? This is Sirach 3 and verse 17 that says, "My son, go with thy business in meekness, and so thou shalt be beloved of him that is approved." So everything that you do, go in meekness. Be meek, be humble, right? Verse 18, "The greater thou art, the more humble thyself, and thou shalt find favor before the Lord." Meaning, no matter how great you do, the more you do great, the more you become known or well known or well respected, the more humble you should be, because the Most High God can and will take it from you, right? Verse 19, "Many are in high place and of renown, but mysteries are revealed unto the meek," right? So as long as you can stay meek, you see what I'm saying, and humble, knowing that you're nothing but dirt and ashes, you should fare well. You see what I'm saying? You should fare well in this life and in this truth, right? Let's go real quick to, we can go back to Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 4, and it says, "A high look and a proud heart, and the plowing of the wicked is sin." So a high look and a proud heart, meaning if you're a prideful man, it is a sin and it's wicked, right? So you can't operate like you got everything figured out, like you can make decisions on your own, like you can treat people however you want to treat them, and just because you feel like the Most High is dealing with you, there's nothing anybody else can do about it. It's not the case, right? You got to be humble and be meek, right? This is Sirach chapter 3 and verse 28, and it says, "In the punishment of the proud there is no remedy, for the plant of wickedness hath taken root in him." The plant of wickedness hath taken root in him. Wow. So when a proud man is punished, there's no way to get him out of that punishment. He's gonna have to deal with that judgment, right? Because when he had the opportunity to get out of it, he chose not to, right? Grab a few more precepts. This is very important, right? This is James chapter 4 and verse 10 that says this: "Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and he shall lift you up." Right? Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and he will lift you up. Right? Very, very simple. If you humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, he shall lift you up. Right? Verse 11, "Speak not evil one of another, brethren. He that speaketh evil of his brother and judgeth his brother speaketh evil of the law and judgeth the law. But if thou judge the law, thou art not a doer of the law, but a judge." Right? So you got to do the law. You have to follow the law and keep the law, statutes, and commandments. You see what I'm saying? You must humble yourself in the sight of God, because God will judge you. Right? Real quick before we end, let's look at one notable man according to the scriptures. One notable man according to the scriptures that remained humble throughout his whole life, pretty much. This is Numbers chapter 12 and verse 3. It says, "Now the man Moses was very meek above all the men which are upon the face of the earth." Right? So being meek, being humble is extremely important, and Moses was the most humble man in the world at one point in time. And what does humility get you? What does meekness get you? It gives you the ability to be able to inherit the earth. This is Matthew 5 and 5, and it says, "Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth." Right? So keep these things in mind as we continue, and as we continue to go on throughout this walk. May the Lord allow all of us to stay meek, stay humble, pray for humility, pray to be humbled if we need to get humbled, and righteousness. You see what I'm saying? Ask the Lord to have mercy on us, right? Last precept is 1 Peter 5 and 6. "Humble yourselves therefore under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due season." Right? We want to pray for that. We want the Lord to exalt us in due season, right? But Lord willing, is edifying video through spirit. Call Yahweh by Shem Mashiach Malak Shai. Lord willing, is edifying video through the spirit. Kwame Yasharala. Shalom.